Hey there guys, Tristan Bond here from practiceacceleration.com and welcome to episode number 82 of our podcast. We're extremely excited to be streaming this live on Facebook to you. And of course, I've got Sarah. She's running the show here and we got a special guest today.
We got a special guest with us.
Who's this fella? Where did he come from? Stephen McKinder from Perfect Balance over all the way from the United Kingdom. Stephen, thank you for joining us.
Pleasure, thanks.
It's amazing. High five me. Bang. This is how we bring the energy to our podcast, nice and crisp. Hopefully, we didn't hurt your ears as you're live streaming, you're listening through our audio. Stephen, let's get stuck in, shall we?
Sure, happy to.
All right, let's do this. Sarah, I'll take the first question, all right? If I get out of sync, like you can just control me with the click, all right? So, Stephen, who are you? Where are you from? And what are you doing here in Australia in our office? You are a long way from home.
Yeah, absolutely. So I came along for the intensive. I'm an osteopath in the UK, but I'm also CEO of Perfect Balance Clinic in the UK.
Yes, you are.
I am.
You're the CEO. You're the man in charge.
Absolutely.
So Stephen's come over for our 2-day business intensive. Actually, you came to the third day as well. That was amazing. Did you have a lot of fun?
Absolutely brilliant. Life-changing, in fact.
Great. I'm so glad that you came over. So we did chat about this in the intensive, but I do remember when you and I first spoke. Now, I just want you to cast your mind back to when we first spoke. Do you remember that?
Yep.
It was an amazing conversation for me too, so I remember as well. It was on Skype. It was great. John had to set me up on Skype because I kept pressing the wrong button. But I want you to cast back to the moment and remember what was actually going on. I'm going to skip part of this question, Sarah. What was it that was going on for you? And you finally said, because your business has already gone great.
Yeah,
Let's be clear about that. It was going fantastic. But what made you go, I want to have a conversation with these guys about myself and Practice Acceleration? What was it that drew you to us?
Well, I think it was just amazing, the presence that I was feeling from the social media. I think
yes.
that
you guys are seeing right now?
Yeah, absolutely. We're in a great place already with business, and as Tristan was saying, we're doing pretty well. We had lots of clinics, lots of people working for us. There was a little bit of cultural issues with regards to the retention and the general ethos of the team and what we're heading towards. And I just really struggled with really communicating that, and that's something I've really learned through spending time with Tristan and Sarah about how to communicate that to the team. And how to put structures in place to help us develop.
Absolutely.
That's been life-changing really with the business and how we've moved forward since we joined the practice.
Yes, definitely. It has been life-changing. It's been amazing to watch you guys grow. But for you guys watching, you might be going, hang on, that kind of sounds a little bit vanilla, like I want to learn how to communicate. I want to be crystal clear here. Stephen already had a 7-figure business at this point, so life was good. It was more of a conversation of how to make this amazing, wasn't it?
Yeah, we just knew that there was something else there in the business, and we've got big ambitions for the practice and all the team to really fulfill their potential, and we just felt that we needed a bit of a helping hand to really accelerate it. So Practice Accelerate it kind of
I like
what it says on the tin, really.
Yeah,
so
we should get you wearing the shirt everywhere that you go. So Sarah, do you want to handle the next question?
Yeah, definitely. And I love this question. But what drives you to be a better business owner, Stephen?
Yeah, I think the thing that drives us to be better business owners as a team is really just seeing the joy that we bring to the team when they're doing a great job, and most importantly, the massive amount of clients that we can help with the team performing really well at a really high level.
Yeah,
I love that.
I love that, yes. So building up a really aligned team so you're able to really make a bigger impact and help more patients out there. So Stephen, I love that one. And let's fast forward to your business ownership. I know business can be tough, so I really want to cut to it. What were some of the biggest challenges that you came up against before you really met us?
Yeah, I think some of the biggest challenges was that we grew pretty quickly, almost a bit too quickly. And by doing that, we didn't really have the structures and systems in place to be able to manage a lot of what was going on. I think that was a real struggle. Certainly gave me sleepless nights and really made me work really too hard. So it's been great since we joined Practice Accelerator, because I've been sleeping better at night. I've been getting up happier, a lot more free time. It's been great to be able to give back to the team. The way that they give to the business as well.
That's awesome. I don't know, because you attend our sessions. I don't know if you do sleep at night, because you attend our sessions at 1:30 a.m. UK time. It's crazy. I don't know. Do you sleep?
I enjoy it more. So let's say, I think one of the other big callings for joining the practice.
You sleep with one eye open, right?
Was really that because it's in a different time zone, it really worked really well for me that I could still practice and be with the team during the day, but also do a little bit of development at night time as well, which was great work for me.
That is awesome.
That's awesome. Well, I love that you attend all of our online sessions. It's a whole lot of fun. But now let's talk about your business performance. And I know that business doesn't just affect you at your clinic, but it also affects your personal life. So can you tell us about how are these challenges really affecting your personal life at home?
Oh, wow. Well, it's
It's
just
honest. It's honest time now.
Let's get honest.
And Sarah, your
Let's
wife's
get
going to
real.
watch this, so
she's here in Adelaide with us as well, so it's, I'm probably going to get a grilling when I go home.
no, not at all.
Not at all, no.
But yeah, I mean, it's a family-run business. So Sarah, my partner, she's also the other director in the business as well. So it's been really hard for us both, and it really just been in the same room as some of the people at the intensive recently. It's really interesting to hear that wasn't unique for us. It was a similar story with even a couple sat right next door to me that were in the same leadership session together. It was really interesting to hear their story and where they'd come from and what kind of challenges they had and maybe still have in the future as well. Working so close together, it's really quite consuming, being in business with your partner, but not unachievable. It's just, I think, it's what I've learned from you more so recently is just having very clear roles and responsibilities within the business really helps you just create a great structure so that life can be happy at home and in business as well.
Yeah, I mean, you need to have an amazing life at work and an amazing life at home because they're one and the same thing. I love that.
Yeah.
All right. Do you want to take the next one, Tristan?
Yeah, I'm hungry to take a question.
Ask Stephen the next one. What is the next burning question?
I'm jumping back in so I can take a question. So what I'd love to know is what is Actually, I'm going to ask the second one first because that interests me a little bit more. What is the one thing that's made the biggest difference for you, for your business, from our program and working with us? Because oftentimes it's not what people might think it is. Like they come to us going, I want more leads, I want more marketing, because we're famous for our marketing and we love our marketing, by the way. But typically the one thing that makes all the difference is something else.
Yeah, I think.
What was it for you?
I think the one thing, ever since we were on a call together and you called me up for being distracted from chasing all these different strategies and different things in the group in front of people, it made me really take stock of myself and really value that input that you gave me. So I think the one thing I'd say that's made the biggest difference is really focus. And I think I thought I was focused before, but now I'm just like another beast. So it's really
laser focus.
exciting.
Yeah, like a shark with a laser beam. Yeah, like a ninja. Well, thank you so much for answering that, Sarah. You can take the next one.
Well,
rapid fire this interview.
Yeah, this is a whole lot of fun. What's the best part about your business right now?
I think the best part is really the joy that we're bringing to the team and just seeing everyone really mesh together and really work side by side. I mean, we give off the kind of shiny wrapper that we're a really good integrated practice, but now we really kind of have that depth inside the business as well, that kind of we are all working together and we're all pulling in the same direction as well, which has really made a big difference to us.
Oh, I love that.
I love that. Yeah, it makes a big difference having an aligned team that are really focused towards achieving an outcome and a goal. So I'm really pumped for you. And I know that team is something and culture that you've been focusing a lot in your business. You've released your core values and all these amazing training systems as well that I've seen coming up in the group. So I know that you've got a really great team. So how long have you been in the program for everyone that's listening? Because everyone's probably thinking, when was this conversation, Tristan, that you guys had on Skype? How long ago was it that you joined the program?
I think it's about 7 months ago.
Yeah.
7
of the best months of my life.
It's been awesome, hasn't it?
Everything changed for me when I met you. Because we've got some very similar traits. It's like amazing to watch you build upon those traits that we share in common and then get out of your own way. Because I see so many familiar things that you were doing that I also used to do.
Yeah.
So it's been a joy for us. But only 7 months.
Yeah,
Look at these.
it's gone so quick.
How crazy is that? So I think we should change the next question a little bit, Sarah, but we'd love to know in terms of growth, because people watching going, Stephen, he seems extremely articulate, extremely clever, really devoted to your team. But let's talk about some business shifts, okay? We don't have to talk about before. Stephen was already doing 7 figures beforehand. What sort of increase have you experienced per month in revenues or profitability since joining our program? And for everyone watching, I want to make the absolute assumption, you remember, when you run an amazing business, you by increasing your business, by growing your business, you can make a greater impact for your business. So Stephen's growth is astronomical. As a direct consequence of his growth, he's been able to help more patients, help his team more, and help his community more. So this next number may actually blow your mind a little bit, but Stephen, you've had some big growth.
Yeah.
How much have you grown per month?
So we're
in pounds?
up to about 35k per month now.
How good is that? And
That's an increase.
an extra 35,000. I almost lost my voice.
And that's pounds.
An extra 35,000 pounds per month, which is $65,000 per month Australian. And Stephen was already kicking some big goals. So, man, congratulations.
Yeah, it's been great. It's been absolutely phenomenal. We've been able to reinvest the money to help us
Help the team
expand,
more
help the team more,
Yeah.
reinvest the money into equipment and really scale up. So, I mean, the future's bright.
Future is looking even brighter than it did before. It's looking amazing. And now you'll have to come back and visit us more in Australia. But
Absolutely.
we're actually thinking about coming over to the UK.
Yep.
Doing something cool over there.
Great.
You'll have to get involved and we can hang out more. Sarah, do you want to handle this one?
Yeah, we really want to come over to the UK, but only in the summer, because I don't know if I'd be able to handle the winter weather over in the UK.
And only if we get to go rambling, because that looks like fun. I want scones and rambling and castles and some wine. I want to have all that.
We want the classic UK
I was thinking more
experience.
Silverstone would be more up your track.
What is that?
Silverstone, the racing track.
Oh, the racing track. Oh, wow. No, I'd rather go rambling. Yeah. Like, I've been watching Agatha Raisin. I want to go rambling. Like, we can go to the racing track here in Melbourne, but I want to get some scones and some countryside walking.
We can do that.
Awesome.
I want to go to Wimbledon. When's that on?
Wimbledon's the last week of June.
Okay, that's in summer too.
Sometime, yeah.
All right,
it's
we'll
great.
have to plan around that then.
And then go rambling.
All right, let's get into it. So how different does your future look now that you've made these shifts?
Yeah, I think it's. I think one of the questions that I'd love to have asked you earlier is really what the future looks like for someone like me, because I think that's quite a scary prospect with something that we thought wasn't working for a long time and
Yeah.
we were kind of bumbling along. But now that it's actually working, well, what's the future look like for us? Over to you.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Stephen, have you just taken over our interview? This is really good. So I'm really glad because we can turn this into a bit of a coaching session.
Yeah.
So we were just running a coaching session with Stephen on the other side of this camera beforehand. So with the position you're at right now, what I always say to people is our program is about getting to your first million or adding your next million, but as also to free up your time so that you can impact your team a lot more. So it really does come down to your goals. So one of your goals right now is how can we actually train your team into those different role structures we discussed at the leadership intensive. Yeah. And I think that's your next focus. But what does your future look like? Well, certainly over why don't we break this down into 12-month periods? I'd personally like to see you halve your clinical hours over the next 12 months so that you can then really impact your team a lot more. But the future for you, if I was answering it for you, and I don't want to tell you what to do, but if I was you and what I'd be doing, and with the business of your size and your magnitude, I'd be aiming to be totally out of clinic within the next 12 to 15 months. Okay. So you get 12 months to get to that half, another 3 months to get totally out. So maybe we can expand that to more like 18 months so that you can be purely the CEO, training your managers and your leaders so you have this amazing movement where everyone's upholding your values. That's what I see as what you should be doing. If I was to hold you to the sword and go, that's what you should do, and also what I think you most enjoy and what your team would most enjoy with you as well. So how does that sound as a future?
Yeah.
Sounds great. I know you asked us at the beginning of January to outline what our year looked like, and that's pretty much what we outlined, is to kind of double the size of the clinic and to reduce my clinical hours by half. So it's good.
Yeah, because I know you love clinical, and so you should. That's why you do what you do. Yeah, so I think that's a really good start. And then from there, you might want to keep some clinical, or you might want to be totally up to you.
I'm really excited
Freedom of
for
choice.
you. I'm so excited for you, but I'm more excited about this next question.
I'm not excited about this question. How did you sneak that in without me seeing that?
I didn't show you the questions before, but I really want to ask this question. How would you describe Tristan?
So, what can I say about Tristan? Both mics.
Excellent.
You can have this mic. We'll take that away from Tristan. But yeah, I'd love to know, how would you describe Tristan? Pretend he's not sitting there next to you. You can say however you would describe him.
Yeah, I think
nervous.
I think it's been absolutely amazing just to spend time with Tristan and Sarah today. But I think Tristan's really a great role model for anyone who's been in physiotherapy or any of the manual therapies or in any of the healthcare professions, really, to look up. He's got very incredible drive, incredible passion for what he's doing. And I think it's really a great testimony to his ears. He's obviously listened a lot to what's gone on around him and taken it all in, but more importantly, understood it and really broken it down into systems and framework, which have been unbelievable to learn from. And it just helps us to all fast track all the mistakes that we could be learning. We now don't have to go through and make, because we just need to listen to this guy and get some great results.
Okay, so you're saying all the nice things, but how would you really describe Tristan?
He's pretty intense.
He's intense. There we go.
Yeah,
We've heard it.
Hey, we can still be friends.
That's good.
Yeah, 'cause you're intense too.
It takes one to know one.
Yeah, exactly.
We've heard it.
That was very kind, Stephen. Thank you so much for saying that. So there's a lot of people out there that make all sorts of promises. They really do. There's a bit of a guru movement out there. There's a lot of coaches popping up every single day, and I'd understand if there's a healthy degree of skepticism out there in the market, even from you watching it. And of course, I'd encourage you guys to make sure you research everyone that you're following. But what I'd like to ask is, and if you share with everyone, what was it that amongst all this noise out there that made you choose to work with us at Practice Acceleration? What was it that made you make that decision to choose to work with us?
I think when you're looking for someone to work with, you probably need to have a little bit of rapport with them. And I think when we got on the phone together, I just knew that you were in it for me. And I think that's a real big difference from some of the other coaches that you come across, that it feels like they're looking at the clock, trying to work out how much time they're going to have to speak to you for before they get you off the call and get the next person on. But I think we scheduled 15 minutes. You were with me for about 20 minutes. I was waiting for a client who was actually outside, ready to come in, and I
made them wait.
I ran late for them, which isn't like me at all from those of you that know me. But I think it just like really hit home that you were 100%, 110% in it for the person on the other end of the phone. So I think if anyone can jump online and speak to you, they'll get the same kind of vibe from you as well.
Oh, thank you for saying that. Yeah, and we're 110% committed. It's like with your healthcare, we always say that if you get really good at marketing, all that's going to happen is you're going to have to deliver more services to your patients. You better be amazing at that. Yeah. So it's the same for us. It's like we must deliver an amazing result for everyone, because otherwise there's no point in meeting new people to come in. We need our core strength is getting amazing results for the right person, which is you, which is awesome. So we feel really privileged to work with you. So thank you for choosing us.
Yes, we love working with all of our clients, and I love seeing amazing results. But when choosing a program, there's always price. There's always a determining factor. Some people say, oh, this price is really expensive. I'm not sure if I can do it. We hear that a lot of the time. What would you say to listeners who are listening to the podcast, who are watching us out there, about your investment in the program?
Yeah. Have you had a good return on the investment? Was it worth it for you?
Slightly, yeah.
Yeah.
I think the return
up 35k pounds per month. That's a good ROI.
Do you know what? I've come here today looking for ways to actually spend more money with these guys. So I'm getting such a good return on my investment so far. So
he's spending money at the Apple shop.
Yes, that's where he's spending
where
your money.
He's spending all of his money.
Yeah.
And so I was just hoping he would spill his orange juice on our laptop so he could buy us a new laptop, but it didn't happen. But that's awesome. So what is it that you love about the program, Stephen? Like, what are your top 3 things that you love about the program?
Yeah, I think just coming to the intensive this week has been absolutely phenomenal. I think just getting that connection, it's unusual, like I was saying to you earlier, that you meet people that are like you, that are in a similar situation, and to meet a room full of, I think we're 300 people.
We're 200 at this one, but we've got 370 members in this program right now. So we're gonna get over 200 at our next event up on the Gold Coast.
So it's just incredible to be in the same room, having the same emotions and same energy with all those people in the room. Yeah. And just meeting the staff, who I think are absolutely fantastic, that work behind the scenes at Practice Accelerator. They're all
our team are amazing. Thank you, Anthony.
Great. But I think that's probably my number 1 is the people. Number 2 is obviously the favourite things that I've been through with the program have been the results. I think it's really what people come for is the results.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And I think number 3 is really the support. And I think Tristan, more so than anyone else in the team, I know he itches to get involved with the discussions that go on.
I do.
Behind the scenes. I know this little lady holds him completely accountable not to get involved with some of the discussions, but I know he's behind the scenes and he's driving a lot of the advice and things that we're getting in the forum and the group together. So I think
it's true.
That's awesome. All right. Well, we're nearly going to wrap up. Do you want to ask this one, Tristan?
Yeah. You know, I'm gonna. Can I change the question? Am I allowed to do that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can we pretend someone asked me what I think of Stephen? Because he just had to go. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm like, wow, that kind of blindsided me. No, but we love having you here. But we're really grateful you could spend this time to be a part of our podcast. You're the first guest we've had inside our office on the podcast, and we love working with you, but we also love working with all of our clients. And I know that you love our other members too, but what I'd like to ask is, what is it that you most love about being a part of our tribe?
I think being a part of the tribe, like I was saying earlier, it's just about finding other people that are in the same situation as you, that have been through the same problems, who are all there, and they also have this kind of vibe that they're all in it for you, and they all want to see you succeed, which is great. And we all want each other to succeed. So it's kind of a virtuous circle of support and encouragement, which I think is just, I don't know how you've created it, but it's really
Through a lot of hard work.
testimony to the screening process, to take on the right people for the program and make sure they see it through and are held accountable.
I tell you how we've made it work. We've made it work by obsessively testing and working like crazy for the last decade on this. And one of the things we do is, as you know, we never recommend anything to our clients unless we've tested it and proven it ourselves. We use frameworks for everything. So that's how we've done it. And you're the product of that now, which is incredible. So what would you say to someone who's serious about growing their practice in this space? What advice would you give them with regards to contacting a company like us?
Yeah, I think if you're looking for a company like the Practice Accelerator, I think you need to be very careful. I think there's a lot of people out there that are going to take a lot of money off you and not really get you much return on investment. I think from day one, I've noticed that we've been able to get the return on investment. We're making it back hand over fist month after month now, which is absolutely fantastic. But I think you just need to be careful, find the right people, talk to a few people, and then you'll realise that the guys that sat either side of me on the couch today are just the real deal.
Yeah, that's very kind of you. Very kind of you, and it's also really good advice. Like, you should definitely do your due diligence, meet other members, watch case studies, watch content, get a vibe for the people behind the scenes as well. It's really, really important. So, especially in a world where there's so much going on and such a fast pace. So, absolutely appreciate that. So, if you are watching this on the live stream and you are wanting to get results, like this handsome fellow
Be sitting on
to
the
my
couch
left,
with us.
then what should our followers do, Sarah? What should they type into the feed
Yeah,
beneath?
so if you guys are watching us on the live stream, you can just type in results, and then we'll jump in and we'll show you how you can get some similar results to Stephen, or you can check out a lot of our case studies. Or if you're driving and you're listening to this in the car, do you listen to it in the car?
All the time. Constantly.
All the time. He listens to it in the car. There you go. So if you're listening to it in the car like Stephen does, then you can head on over once you get off, and once you stop, go to practiceacceleration.com/apply.
Great. So you can type in results underneath here and we'll send you a private message, or you can go to practiceacceleration.com/apply. Guys, thank you so much for joining us for this live stream. This has been a ton of fun. I wish we'd been doing video the whole time.
This is so much fun. We kind of just stole Stephen and we got him on the couch, and we love having you on the podcast. So thank you so much, Stephen.
Stephen,
pleasure. Thanks for inviting me.
Stephen, thank you so much. This has been amazing. This is great.
All right. Bye for now.
Bye for now, guys. See you soon.